couldn't tell by the entire menswear outfit that I'm wearing right now. Half-price menswear. It's the best. Yeah, almost. Oh man, I didn't start coming out until a few years ago, and the last person that I had to come out to was my grandmother. And I had this whole plan for coming out to my grandmother. Like, I was like, get grandma real chilled out, right? Like, get her real chilled out right after her soap operas when she's just sitting on the couch, and then I'm gonna tell her. Grandma surprised me though. I was going for a run and putting on my shoes, and my grandma looks at me and she goes, "Hey, Shannon, you look like a little boy." And she's like, "You don't want to look like a little boy, do you?" I was like, "Well, kind of." And she goes, "Well, you're not gay, are you?" I was like, "Well, kind of." So that was great. And then she was like real chill after that. Like, she was like, "Okay." I was like, "Grandma's cool. We got the 2000s working for us." We had, like, you know, she's chilled out. But then the next day, we are sitting on the couch after her soap operas, and my grandma looks at me and she goes, "You know what the problem with single women your age is? You're never gonna find a rich man to marry." I was like, "Uh-oh." And then she goes, her favorite thing to say has always been, "You know, you can love a rich man as well as you can love a poor man." And I was like, "Oh my God, I'm gonna have to come out to grandma again." And then she goes, "Well, I suppose you're planning on marrying a rich woman then." And I was like, "Grandma's got it." I am planning on marrying her. Yeah, she's up for grandma. She's got it. Oh man. Yeah, I still haven't found my rich woman. I'm working on it. I figure that I'm doing it right by doing comedy. Rich women come to these things. No, the way that I've been actually going about it is even better. Once a week I go to a 5 a.m. bar, and that's my version of dating. I go to a 5 a.m. bar, and the other week I was there, and I was just like hanging out, minding my business, and this guy comes up to me and he's like, "Give me a kiss." And I was like, "No, dude, not looking for you." He was like, "Give me a kiss." And I was like, "My body is my body, your body is your body, you go on your way." And he walked away. And this other guy comes up to me and he goes, "Oh, I'm glad that I saw that because I was actually planning on sleeping with that dude." And I was like, "Oh, this is a gay bar for men." And I'm having a lot of fun being a cock block. I really like this. So that didn't stop me from going to that bar. I kept on going. I was there another week, and this guy was following me around, and like this like old three-tooth motherfucker is following me around the bar, and he's going, "But how old are you really though?" And he kept on saying, "How old are you really though?" And I was like, I didn't say how old I was. I'm 27. And he goes, "You look like you're 15. And I was like, ooh. I just realized that he thought that he was hitting on Macaulay Culkin. So I was like, "Sir, no one is attracted to Macaulay Culkin.
Oh my God.
Please go on your way." But I will keep on hanging out at this bar, specifically because they say that love comes when you least expect it, and I definitely least expected it at this bar. So I'm just waiting for a confused lesbian to walk in, and we'll fall in love. I went home recently. I went home for Christmas. I avoid going home at all costs, but I went home. I was on an airplane, and I found the perfect seat. You know when you're in an airplane, like a crowded airplane around the holidays, everything's pretty much crowded, it's terrible, there's children crying, but I found the perfect seat in the back by myself, just me sitting there. And I was like, all right, this is gonna be a great flight. Halfway through the flight, this guy comes and sits beside me. And I was like, come on, man. And then he starts hitting on me. And I was like, man, sometimes you're not supposed to judge a book by its cover, but sometimes you really can. You're barking up the wrong tree, motherfucker. But I could tell he was a straight dude too, because he was hitting on me by being condescending. Like, the way he hit on me is he's like, hey, I can tell that you're really scared right now. I'm flying. And I was like, I'm not scared, I'm angry. You made your emotions wrong. I'm really angry. Move. He didn't. He stayed there. And the thing is, like, guys like that, like, I don't like to tell them who I really am, like, what my real sexual preference is, because the thing is, I'm kind of like a Wrigleyville girl. Like, in this area, you know, we're in Wrigleyville. Don't give it up for Wrigleyville. If you do, I'll kill you. No, meet you later. I'm like the opposite of a Wrigleyville girl. You know, like Wrigleyville girls, they'll get drunk and make out with a girl, right? Sometimes I'll get drunk and suck a dick. Like, that is right? But I don't want these guys to know that, right? So I played it cool. I made it off the plane without sucking a dick. I get off the plane and I see my mom, and I'm like, Mom, I got this great story to tell you about this weird dude who hit on me. He thought that I was straight. And she's like, well, he was probably just looking for a one-night stand. I was like, yes? What do you mean? Yeah, that's exactly what he was looking for. Explain. She's like, well, you should have been nicer to him. I'm like, well, my mom's my pimp. Shame on you for laughing. Pimps are terrible people. They do bad things. I do have a job besides being my mom's hoe. I work as a receptionist at an office downtown, and there is a truck that always parks outside, and it's a Korean fusion food truck. And I noticed on the back the other day that it says, caution, children crossing. And I was like, you don't need that sign. No child is running across the street to grab Korean fusion food. Like, no kid is running across the street going, ooh, I really need like a kimchi milkshake. Or like, ooh, I really need some mung bean Dippin' Dots. Oh, what I really use right now is some bimbi bop bum pop. I'm not gonna go for that. But I do work at this job. Most of the time at that job, I don't do it. I spend it in the bathroom, and like, I look more like I've wanted to look now than I ever have before. So I like to spend some time in the bathroom, just looking in the mirror, going, boy, girl, you look good. Which I have trouble in bathrooms the way that I look. I'm genderqueer, which if you guys don't know what that means, I feel like I'm in between male and female. And if you don't know what that means, Google it, because I don't feel like explaining it to you. But I have trouble sometimes in public bathrooms. Like I was walking into a bathroom the other day, and this woman is coming out of the bathroom, and she takes one look at me and just goes, ah! I was like, that was rude. I was like, explain yourself. And she goes, is this the wrong bathroom? I was like, you know very well this is not the wrong bathroom. And she's like, ah! And I was like, okay, ma'am, what's going on here? And instead of being a normal human being and just being like, oh, I apologize, I thought you were a man, like, she could have just, like, done that, but instead, she starts spinning in circles. She just goes, ah! And I realized I've never had more fun with hatred in my entire life. All right, thank you guys. Let's bring your host back out here. Thank you.